Hey, it's Hipster George Washington. Welcome to Hipster Codes. Today we're going to talk about Unreal Engine 5.7, which is now officially released. Okay, so yeah, my first impressions are there might not be a ton here for somebody like me where I'm a noob, and a lot of these tools are going to take a little bit of time to help familiarize yourself with them, but this is really cool. So yeah, this procedural generation tool, PCG, Procedural Content Generation Framework, is now production ready. So this isn't something I've touched with an Unreal Engine at all, but the idea of like adding meshes across a spline is something I've always struggled with because I haven't been able to figure out how to do it with default Unreal Engine. I've used some plugins in the past, and usually if they're easy to work with, they don't build properly, and frankly I'll just get frustrated with them and stop using them. So hopefully this could be really useful. Of course they're going to advertise The Witcher 4 here, which, you know, we can go back and forth as to how much this actually represents a real game experience, which I don't know if any of us are entirely sure. The procedural vegetation editor looks cool. Hopefully people will make tutorials about this. This is going to be something that is a little bit above my pay grade at this point in time. You could probably create randomized dynamic trees and stuff like that so that all your trees don't look 100% the same, which is pretty awesome. You know, better nanite foliage is good. Yeah, I mentioned that, what is it, the substrate. I don't know if this is the thing that they released in Unreal Engine 5.2, where you can have different, like, layered colors. Yeah, realistic multi-layered car paint. Yeah, so maybe this is the one that they started advertising in, I think it was 5.2 or 5.3. But now it says that it's production ready as well. The megalights are something I haven't messed around with a lot. I still don't fully understand how it's different from all the other lighting systems that we have there. But assuming, yeah, it's moving from experimental to beta in this release. So this isn't even fully production ready yet. But that being said, like, if you can make it so you can have dynamic emission lights actually interact with your world without a ton of processing power, that's a very positive thing. Extended metahuman integration. I haven't messed with metahumans. I'm not at the point where all the characters I've used for any of my games are generally just other assets that other people have made. I haven't really found a use for metahumans. I think they're going to get more and more realistic. I don't know. So we'll see if this gets better over time. This is really cool, you know, with the live link face. So this is really cool. That you can now use an iPad or an Android device with live link face. I don't know if this was something that they had before that was easily accessible within the regular version of Unreal. But the easier this stuff gets, it's just only going to make it so much easier for smaller studios and people in their homes to be able to create high quality games. So I think this is a massive positive, even though I'm not really sure how to use it yet. It's something that I would like to start looking into more. They showed the hair guide. I don't really have an interest in editing hair, but you know, it could be really cool if you want to have specific characters. Now they're adding a lot of stuff for the in-editor animation. This is something I've been wanting to dive into for a while. One of my goals for 2025 was to get really good with Cascadeur. I have put very little effort into that, and my subscription is about ready to run out. So it's not something that I think I'm going to get for next year. I mostly just use animations from other people at this point in time, but it would be great to start creating your own custom animations for things. And now the more that they include custom animation tools inside Unreal Engine, it's something I really think I need to get familiar with in the near future. So you have improved tools for editing skeletal meshes, by sculpting blend shapes. They had this thing here where it was like, hey, you have physical world collisions, which means you can now drop in characters into a scene and watch them interact. You can't just watch a character interact with the world without programming it. So I think that's just like a good tagline. I don't know exactly what's new about these tools, I guess I should say. New dependency view. Okay, that's cool because I haven't worked with control rigs. I'm not familiar with this, but it's something that I need to get familiar with. Virtual production isn't something I'm interested in necessarily, but it's really cool. Oh, and then they had this, which I've heard mixed things about of people that were using it inside the beta, of how helpful this AI assistant is. Now, it isn't going to like create your code for you, but you can ask it questions. And so it just looks like ChatGPT, but maybe it's more specified, right? I don't know it looks just like ChatGPT, so I don't know if that's what they're using under the hood and they just built their own GPT or something. But I don't know. Maybe it's easier to talk with this because you get specific Unreal Engine solutions and not just ChatGPT solutions that could get mixed in with other things and older version. You know what? I'm going to make a video soon about using ChatGPT with Unreal Engine, and sometimes the problem is it'll give you code for older versions, so maybe they've solved that problem. Not entirely sure, so I'm going to open it up just to look at it. And if you want to install it, you just go to your engine versions, assuming that you have the Epic Games launcher, go to Unreal Engine, your library, go to your engine versions, click the plus, and then you'll see it here on the drop down. Now, obviously I don't have it because I have it in, I just installed it last night. So let's click launch and let's see what the actual window in the editor window looks like. Okay, first thing, we have an entirely new window for whenever you start your new projects. So what they're already trying to, oh, they're creating a no. I didn't want to create a project to introduce me to Unreal Engine. Okay, so if you click that button, it's going to create a project to introduce you to Unreal Engine, apparently. So we have this whole new window, which is interesting. Maybe it's good. We're creating UE intro project. Let's see how long it takes to open. Okay, so we start here. I don't know why they have this huge window to the left. Now that you're playing the game in the editor, the controls change to the ones that have been set up for your game project. So look around like this. Oh, so I'm guessing if I use a, oh my gosh, we see the hands moving back and forth. It's a, what is it? A true first person shooter game. I'm assuming if we use controller, this would look different. At each station in this tutorial, you'll learn about how to edit the world and see how your changes affect the game experience. On your left is a handy written companion to follow along. Oh, okay. Okay. So we can press escape at any time. Yep. Okay, so on the left, I should be seeing a written companion. We'll see moving objects. There are 3 ways to move objects that you can adjust in the world with W, E, and R for scale. We know these things, or at least I know these things. Oh, that's kind of funny. Yeah, except W is also move forward, and W is also the move. Okay. I see what they're trying to do. It's kind of interesting. They're making a game to teach you how to use the game. Oh yeah, cool. Okay, so we saw all this stuff. I'm going to X out. I want to see what a real project looks like, so we're going to go back into it. We're going to launch that window again. Okay, so now this isn't the first time that I open it up. We see our recent projects right here. We can, so we started on the getting started page. You can see sample projects, which is really cool. I'm going to have a video on sample projects pretty soon. If you do new project, what happens? Oh, okay. So now if you do new project, now it opens up this, and most of us should be familiar with this because this is what it looked like in 5.6. And in 5.6, you could select a variant. So let's see if it looks any different now. Let's call it test 5.7. 5.7. Okay, I think we're all loaded in here, and so the interface is looking the same right off the bat. Maybe there's not a lot of changes they made to the interface. So you can see the scalability is over here. I did a video about that a couple of weeks ago. You know, the default third-person variant of the none variant is pretty much looking the same. So it doesn't look like they made any changes to anything like that. So I'm guessing it's just those new features. So if you went into somewhere and wanted to, you can't even edit this material. This is a material instance. But you know, you have like all those new features. Okay, that's a material instance of a material instance. Hey bro, I heard you like material instances. There we go. There's a material. So, so you see you have this new substrate panel down here. Something maybe I'll look into. I don't know if it's something I'm super interested in for the types of games I'm making. But yeah, it's all looking pretty much the same out of the box. I'll try and do some of my newer videos in 5.7 down the road, and we'll see if we discover anything new about it. But let me know what you think about Unreal Engine 5.7 down in the comments below. Click that like button if you found it helpful. If you didn't, feel free to click dislike. Let me know what your thoughts are if you don't like 5.7. If you do like it, let me know what your... Thanks for watching the video. Bye.